New information.
Alrighty.
This severe, considerable, destructive thunderstorm
And we
warning
are
has been
on
updated.
and in the ground and kicking. You know, we're just going to do some little weather coverage. Hey, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to
A
your
new
Weather
severe
Search channel.
thunderstorm warning has been
And
issued.
we're going to be watching very closely the systems here today. I wasn't sure if I was going to go on, but you know, it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and go on here. Why not?
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
We've already had, believe it or not, we've already had a tornado, a couple of twin tornadoes actually reported on the OB at the Denver International Airport. You see the tornado plot right here. That's what's left of that warning. But we actually had a tornado earlier that was up in near the Denver area. So definitely a early start. Everything's going to start going out here a little bit. All the chasers are kind of out here in the plains, out here in Kansas, waiting for things to go. So you kind of got two areas of thought. You got them up here, and then you got them down here as well. So you got a couple of places here to kind of watch. So again, we highlight that again what's for you here. You got a couple of chasers up here. You got them out here. So we're kind of waiting for the atmosphere to start bubbling up here, as it looks like it was going to head toward like 6 o'clock. Things are going to start to really kind of get going in these zones. But like I said, I'm just going to do this for a little bit of fun for today. I've got everything prepped, everything ready to go. So again, if anybody wants to watch the coverage here, we got 2 more days of this stuff, and then we're going to finally get things to settle down here a little bit with the things that are going on out there. So definitely been very busy for the storm chasers and all the YouTubers out there who like to do covers like ours here. And we'll see how it goes. So I don't have any delusions of grandeur today, so don't worry about. I will try to get the audience if we can, but we know the game we got to play when we're talking about YouTube. I'll be glad when I get my Facebook page and being able to go live. I'm looking forward to that. That'll at least give me my audience. I get an audience that way, but I got to wait till I get it. Not there yet. Anyway, we're going to check and look what's going on here today. Let me go get y'all rolling here. So again, we've got this moderate risk. I was kind of surprised this morning when I did my update that they went moderate today. When I was looking at the weather data this morning, it looked like it was going to be kind of coming in toward, I thought tomorrow might be a better chance of going moderate. The fact they went moderate today does give me a pause to wonder what they're going to do for tomorrow. So tomorrow might be just as bad as today as far as the breakdown is concerned. So right now, looking out there right now, again, that's the tornado risk right now. I'll show you where the bullseye is, and this is where the guys are out here, but they're waiting for the stuff to start erupting. So right through here, running about 15% there, kind of across central Kansas, just to the west of Wichita, kind of from Russell, going down to Enid, and up down here in just extreme northern portions of Oklahoma. So we got a nice little bullseye right there. And of course, we got to have to deal with the wind. I think there's going to also be some pretty large hail with this. This wind's pretty large right through there. And I would not be surprised based off what I'm seeing in there. Obviously, this is a big bullseye right there. We're probably going to see some baseball-sized hail reports. I really think once this stuff starts popping and going, we're going to get some really healthy-looking storms that are going to be bouncing in there and causing some havoc. That's the way it's going to be looking here for this afternoon. So looking pretty rough in these zones. Let's go back over to the radar here. We're going to check out some of the stuff here. We got right now the active weather. Had a couple of pockets we've been kind of watching, Oklahoma and Arkansas. You get this little cluster of storms right here. See some pretty good hailers in here with the purple and everything right in here. half dollar size, 60 mile per hour winds. Benton County, north central Washington, Delaware County, Adair County. This is in Oklahoma and Arkansas. So right up along that corner right up in there. And we'll see how these should be moving on. But we're really kind of waiting for the big stuff to start popping here a little bit later this afternoon. Had some pretty good hailers near Wichita. I do have a couple cameras up that we'll be watching here. I've got this camera here at Oklahoma City. We'll see how that goes down to the south. And then I've got the camera here at Wichita Falls State. It's also another area to kind of watch. It's kind of cloudy there right now. That could be a little bit of an inhibiting factor, but all the indications are that once that cap breaks, it's going to pop up like popcorn. It's going to get hopping there pretty good. Storm report so far today. We've had 4 tornado reports so far. I know we had at least 2 of them right around the Denver area, obviously. A lot of hail reports across the south. We had a cluster of storms that moved out of Alabama and Georgia. Had some stuff there across Mississippi and Arkansas. Only about 52 there so far. So, but again, we're kind of watching the big picture. We've got this low pressure. This is our next little disturbance. You kind of see it rotating around out here. This is what's going to kind of kick things out here, and we're going to see that stuff really start to bubble up into this zone. And still got this low-level flow information coming out, low-level jet kind of coming out of the Mexico and across Texas. So that's a little bit heavy. It's not to mention it's been so bloody hot down into Texas. So there's plenty of latent heat. We got the instability there, so we're going to watch this stuff start to get fired off here as we go forward later this afternoon. So I'm going to go pull up the model data real quick. I want to show the latest on this. Let me get this up for you real quick. Stand by for a second. And I had to close this down for a minute, so hold on one second. Let me get this up. There we go. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, so here's the latest on the model data on this. This was as of 5 o'clock, so it's 4:35 Eastern. So this is what it's showing right now. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. I got to correct the pictures here. I didn't mean to turn these off. There we go. I want no toggle. Go out there, brother. Actually, let me just go with the latest one. 19Z's in. Yeah, there we go. Let me use this one. So again, it looks like about 6 o'clock. See things starting to go there across Oklahoma and Texas, right through there. So we're going to be watching right through here from Nebraska, going all the way back here to Kansas and into northern Oklahoma. This is the zone we're going to watch as the conditions begin to deteriorate in this zone, and that'll get the storms firing up. And there'll be individual supercells. There's some very good helicity tracks on all of these. So we got good spin, and I think we're going to get some very potential scenic tornadoes. So hopefully the storm chasers will get some good views on some of this stuff. We'll kind of bounce around and check with them a little bit. But these could be long-lived ones and fairly decent-sized ones. I mean, we could be flirting with a few EF3s in there. It would not shock me at all as this moves across Kansas and Nebraska here for tonight. And this is round 1. We'll have to do it again for tomorrow, but areas back off toward the east. So this will be good going into the nighttime hours here. You also got the cluster storms down. Don't forget our guys down here near the Dallas area, just like here to the west of Dallas. We've got this pretty good cluster of storms expected to come in as we head toward 10, 11 o'clock. There's Wichita. Obviously across Nebraska, we're going to be getting some pretty good hailers in there. So this is your composite radar kind of looking at what the estimates can look like for these zones going in here for tonight. So anyhow, yeah, it's going to be slim pickings for us here tonight, but I thought I'd do a little coverage. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what these sky conditions looking out here with some of the chasers here. They're all here out here on the bureau. There's Connor. Those skies look capped. Boy, they look capped. when you see the sky conditions and you're not seeing any kind of vertical lift there. You know you've got.
But without further ado,
Okay, he's out. Let's see. This is a storm runner meter. Yeah, see how flat those clouds are? You're not getting kind of vertical motion on those clouds just yet. Yeah, that's gonna be the big thing for those clouds. Not gonna move until we got to kind of get the atmosphere to cool down a little bit, and that warm air is allowed to lift and break. That'll get that going here real quick. You know what? We're actually change, since I'm doing that severe weather coverage. I need to change my icon behind me. Let me do that real quick. I totally forgot to do that. Totally forgot to do that. Let me change that real fast. Give me 1 second while I change this. Because whenever I'm in severe weather mode, and I'm doing mode, I like that a different color. So I like to have a different color back there. So hold on 1 second. Let me see. Where are you? Well, let me get to it. Oh, there we go. And go to red. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's the little things, you know. It's the little things. So anyway, definitely seeing a capped atmosphere down. Let's see how it's looking down here now. We're getting some activity showing up down here near Dodge City, so we might be getting close to popping the cap down here. And kind of cloudy down here. Not the most picturesque scenery, that's for sure. There's Brad's camera. It's awfully hazy, and that's going to make it a little problematic to see any of these storms kind of popping up. Not as clear as up toward the north. We do have a new warning that just came out. Let's see. This is up near the Denver area. Let's go look up near Denver. This is the one that was tornadic earlier. So we got a new warning. Let's go ahead and check this one out. This is for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, southwestern Morgan, south central Weld. Goes till 3:15. So some pretty good storms there. This one's moving northeast at 15. So not moving all that fast. That's some hail.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
This one was tornadic earlier, but not seeing it in there right now. So just some gusty winds. That's good news there on that one. But at least we're going to have a tornado. Let's let it be out in no man's land. That's what we're seeing there. All righty. Let's go pull back out over here. So we're waiting on, they got that. The one thing that's been interesting watching the last few days is we've had these little clusters of storms that have kind of been forming, and then overnight they've been kind of riding right down this path of where this stationary boundary's been sitting in here. Now, North Georgia, I think tomorrow might dealing with one little cluster of storms that may come in tomorrow afternoon. Got to watch that, and then we'll watch the progression of the storm system as it pushes off toward the east there. So this is a good test, though. Yeah, we'll have to see what the this thing goes here for today. Now I know as this stuff gets closer to Georgia, when we'll the day 3 going into Tuesday, I'll be pushing a lot of folks up from my Facebook page over to here, so we'll have our audience from Georgia that'll be watching, which will be nice. That'll be a big plus. Let's see. I got a question here on Facebook. Am I possible? Yes. Yellow. Somebody was asking about, you got the different levels. Level 2. So they're asking about Tiffany Brendel was asking about the severe weather for North Georgia, and I was telling her for going in toward tomorrow, it's going to be kind of a late afternoon. We got a little cluster of storms that are going to be coming in across my part of the state going in for tomorrow, but that won't be a little while. But right now, we're kind of waiting and seeing what's going to go on with these storms getting ready to fire. We're not quite there yet. There's a little close-in radar here near the Wichita area, so you can see the storm right here. We've got half-dollar size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is for northeastern Sedgwick County, and moving northeast at 30. So I will do another update tomorrow morning, just kind of get everybody going. I tell you the only thing that's been bothering me, the Storm Prediction Center, I've waited until later to do my updates, and they're getting later on doing their changes. So it's been a little bit of a pain. I was like, I just did my update, and then they go and change something. Like they added the moderate risk after I'd already did my update this morning. So way it goes sometimes. Do-do-do-do-do. was just asking. My daughter was inside. She's outside. I was going to ask her something. Pretty quiet so far. But again, we're just kind of waiting things to get going. I was kind of surprised some of these folks say, "Oh man, why does it do that? I hate when it does that. That's stupid." They put a message on there. We're working on restoring image production as quickly as possible. Yeah, whatever. That thing goes up and down like a sieve. So I got to adjust this. Let me adjust this real quick. I love using this. I love using the satellite one just to get an idea of what the lightning is doing. That's the big thing. I like to watch and see what the lightning is. Oh, come on. I'm trying to edit this. I want to fix this. I'm sure this will get moved back. That image will go bye-bye and this will come back, and then I'll have to shift it back down south again. But, you know, is what it is. It's fine. I will move it when they get it back up straight. We'll move it back. And I'll just lock that down and just turn this one off. There we go. Just leave it like that until they get it fixed. So, anyway, like I said, we're kind of.
This severe, considerable, destructive thunderstorm.
We got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go over here. Let's check it out. All right, this is getting into parts of Missouri. Let's switch over to the Missouri radar here. There's some pretty hefty storms there. Running right there in the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. This is for southern McDonald. Goes until 4:30. Severe thunderstorm is located in Maysville and moving east at 25. So that's part of that little cluster. There's pretty good halos in there. You can see that. It's purple in here. Let's see what the Ville looks like here. Oh yeah, got a little, not too bad though. That's a pretty decent hailers in there.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So that's going in there. And I do have my weather wall up, although I got to make sure it is up and ready to go. And I need to change this guy. Yeah, no, it's still there. There's Connor. Decided to use him today. So again, look out these storm chasers out on their YouTube sites if you're interested in backing them up a little bit. Hey, American X-Ray on board. Hey, good to see you. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, I expect 0 viewership today. I'm just kind of doing this, but testing a couple things and doing stuff like that with the big channels and almost every storm chaser I think I saw is out there streaming too. With all those folks streaming, man, we're gonna have nobody watching us today. It'll be no one. I'll have my audience on Tuesday though. Tuesday I'll have my audience because I'll be able to push as it's moving into the southeast, and I can push some folks over from my Facebook over to here. I'll have my audience on Tuesday, but today, nope. But we're just gonna have this and have some fun and kind of watch and see what goes on with us right now. Still just right now, it's a little early. I was kind of surprised that some of the channels got out there as early as they did. Hey, Ghost Rider, good to see you. How you doing, man? Welcome on board, guys. Appreciate it. Like I said, we're low key in it today. I'm in low stress mode today. I got my yard cut. I got that out of the way. Did our church thing this morning. Had some severe weather down here in Georgia. I was a little hopping to there. Hey, we got a new subscriber. I will take a new subscriber any day of the week. Thank you there. If that was Ghost Rider, if that was you, appreciate you coming on board, man. Got a new warning that just came out. This one's up into northern portions of Colorado. Let's go check this one out here. Definitely a hailer, that's for sure. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but this is for southwestern Logan, northeastern Morgan. Eastern well goes till 3:30. Storm is about 19 miles northeast of Fort Morgan, moving north at 20. I wonder if that's where they make the Fort Morgan stuff. And thank you for that new subscriber. I appreciate you guys coming on board here. I always like adding new subscribers. At least you know the channel's moving in the right direction.
A new severe thunderstorm warning,
which is always very tough, especially on YouTube. And YouTube is a nut. I don't think I'll ever figure it out. I just don't. Although I get people who try to solicit me all the time. Hey, I can build your channel and you hire me and I'll get all this stuff for you and I'll build your stuff. I'm like, yeah, there's no magic pill, guys. I know what the problem is and you don't have to tell me. I have a master's degree in public relations and I know exactly what the issue is. It's called saturation. And it is what it is. Oh, you did give me a thumbs up. Well, thank you, Ghost Rider. I do appreciate you coming on board there. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, the one area I definitely will not bend. I may bend to the guys when it comes to the severe weather stuff, but when it comes to the hurricane stuff, no. That won't. That's kind of my bread and butter, and I will never give way on hurricane coverage. That's one thing I do enjoy doing. I got to work on the tropical team at the Weather Channel back when I first started in the business, and I got to learn a lot from those guys. And so I got to say, I'm going to tell you, it is not going to be the best chase day out here. I mean, looking at the sky conditions out here, not great. I mean, it is awfully hazy out there, and
it's being weird right now.
These guys up here to the north, I can see why they're up here to the north. The sky conditions are better. See how much better it is up here? I can see why we got two different areas where the chasers are kind of going to different areas. So, there's the wind farms. Yeah, definitely better visibility up here than it is down here to the south. So, but we are starting to get indications of some stuff's trying to pop down here, but we're still probably within about the next hour. Now, what was interesting with the model data is all of these are kind of showing up a little bit of a stream there. Hey, Ghost Rider, what you got? Yeah, I'm trying to low key a little bit, Ghost Rider. I really appreciate you guys' feedback, and if you got any feedback for me, please give it to me. I mean, this has been an evolving product. I think we got it pretty good. Although my daughter, who's over there, has to work on my background image, which we need to get in HD. We haven't gotten that done yet. She's going to do that. Hey, you going to do that for me, right, Madeline? Madeline. Hey, yo, Madeline. She's got her headphones on. My daughter, she's a bit of a graphics person, and this frame we have here is not really technically in an HD format, so I really want to get that. But anything you guys want to go, and of course we got Tyler. Tyler is our normal fan member here who likes to promote our channel, so that's pretty good. But yeah, we just got some minor things. I mean, this product's come a long way, and I try to mix it up with different products, whether it be the satellite imagery, which there they go, they moved it. I knew they were going to do that. I guess I just had to wait. Let me move this back. Let me move this back. I knew they were going to move it. I don't know why I moved it. So what happens, this is the GOES 19 satellite, which I really, really love. I really love the upgrade they did with this. But they occasionally will put messages on. And when they do that, it causes it to shift down. And then, of course, I have to reframe it. So I guess I just need to leave it alone. But I love the GOES satellite. I just really, really, really do. It's a nice clear picture, and I love the lightning data we can put on there as well. Well, hey, Ghost Rider, where were you watching from? I'd like to know where you're at there, brother. I'd like to say hello to you. Yes, today is definitely a good day for a test, and that's one of the things I want to make sure. I'll make sure we got good stuff going. All the products are working well, and we're good to go for Tuesday, especially across the southeast. So there's our tornado watches. They finally posted. I was waiting for these to post. So you see the tornado watches here from Nebraska, Colorado, coming down through Kansas and into Oklahoma. So this is our ground zero firing zone for tornado activity. And we're going to see that start to go here soon. Did I have my weather tap up yet? Let me turn my, did not turn my watches on here. So let me make sure I got these up. Now, one thing I like about WeatherTap that does very good is that as the watches get trimmed back, they drop it off very, very almost in real time. I really, really like that. So I'm going to keep both the tornado watches. So these right now go till 9 o'clock Eastern Central Daylight Time. 9 o'clock Eastern Central Daylight Time. So that is our current zone right there. If you guys are new to the channel, if you could go ahead and hit that. So we added a couple of subscribers, which was a bit of a surprise. It was nice. And American Radio Girl, you're watching from Virginia. Yeah, we got Virginia in the house. We got New Mexico. We got Ghost Rider there. Good to have you on board, Ghost Rider. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Again, I'll mention that. So it's good. It's good to kind of get an idea where everybody's kind of watching. And I need to take that down again. Why do I keep doing that? Because I'm a dummy. Oh, did you guys see the final count that we had from 2 days ago? Of course, we had, I think it was 30. I think that's all I thought was 33, I think, from the storm. We had tracked the one live that went through St. Louis, and we were all over that one. We missed the other one that came through the Kentucky one later, but man, that was just unbelievable. But check this out. I want to show you this real quick. If you didn't see this. Now, yesterday was definitely a slower day. We didn't have nearly as much activity out there the day prior. Let me see if this will let me. This was having some problems earlier, and it looks like it still is. Okay. Anyway, That's the Weather Service, not me. But anyway, this Friday we had over 1,200 reports. We had 30 confirmed tornadoes so far. That number probably going to go up as the damage assessment teams are going on through the weekend. So we had that. Yesterday was a couple hundred. So today is definitely going to be a little better than that. We already got 52 for the day already. So we're just kind of waiting and seeing what's going to go on with this coverage right now. Just waiting for this to kind of get popping. And up so far everything's up in Colorado, and we're still waiting for Kansas to go. That's kind of the big thing. When is Kansas going to start popping? Guess I'm going to stay on these storms right here. Oop, new warning. What do we got? Up near Cheyenne. That's a pretty town. I love Cheyenne. There you go. Boy, that's a very stretched out storm. Check that one out. Ping pong size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is for northeastern Larimer and northwestern Well. Goes until 3:45. Severe thunderstorm is located along the line from near Natural Fort to 6 miles north of Chevron. It's about 12 miles south of Chevron. So we got a pretty good storm there coming in from the south, coming into Cheyenne, getting ready to go into Wyoming right there. This is in Colorado, northern Colorado. So we've got 4 different severe thunderstorm warnings around here in Colorado. A lot of hailers, good strong winds. They actually had 2 small, they were small, but 2 tornadoes that were actually streaming right near near Denver. Hey, Nate, good to see you, man. Welcome back. We're just on here doing a little coverage. I don't know how far, how long. I'm actually kind of chilling today. So kind of getting ready for what's going to happen a little bit later in the week. We've got the stuff that's going on today. That's the zone here. Obviously, we got the big category. We got the moderate risk for today. I still think there'll be a moderate risk in this tomorrow. This is a fairly large area. This enhanced area is covering a huge area. Kansas City down to Dallas, Wichita, Tulsa, Fayetteville, Springfield. I mean, a lot of metropolitans are in this right there for tomorrow. And I think we might see a moderate upgrade tomorrow. It's somewhere in here. I'm thinking right in here, kind of where Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, kind of in the middle of that. And then our day 3, this is what I'll be tracking here for the southeast. Obviously, for my friends in North Georgia, which I'll be kind of moving a lot of stuff, we'll be watching this closely going into Tuesday. So I anticipate, I'm not sure about tomorrow. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, but definitely going into Tuesday night, I will be pushing hot and heavy a lot of my friends over here. So this is going into Tuesday. Your day 4, let me look at the day 4 here real quick. Let's see here. Where is that day 4? Where's that day 4? I always forget where it is on here. Hold on one second. I'll show it to you. I know it's here somewhere. That's that one. That's the probably going on right now. I don't know where their day 4 is. I didn't even look at the new day 4. Let me look real quick because I hadn't looked out beyond that. I've been focusing so much on the other stuff. I think it's exiting it's exiting off the East Coast at that point. So hold on a second. I don't want to tell you erroneous stuff. Yeah, there's not even showing up on day 4. There's nothing there. So yeah, right now day 4. So again, I think this thing clears out Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then we'll see things. If there's anything, it's going to be along the Mid-Atlantic coast, I think. But that's what we're thinking right there. So, but I tell you, in its wake, once this goes by, man, is it going to be gorgeous in the east. It's going to be beautiful weather. I mean, very fall-like. I think here in North Georgia, we're looking at low 70s and low 50s going into Friday morning. When we're getting ready to go down to Florida, it's going to be gorgeous. There goes Ireland in the house representing. Hey, Ireland, how you doing? Rasheen in the house. So, yeah, I'm just, I feel like, sometimes when we're in this kind of mode, I feel like I'm like watching trying to wait for a pot of water to boil up, trying to just kind of waiting for it to kind of go. And that's kind of like we're doing right now. So, I mean, we're getting some stuff firing here across.
A new radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning. Let's go check this one out. This is up here in northern Colorado. This one was tornadic earlier. So this is golf ball size hail. This is for west central Logan, east central Weld. Goes until 3:30. And the storm is moving north at 15. Golf ball size hail. That'll do some damage to you. Let's try. I guess the Cheyenne radar, that is the closest one. Let's look at the high velocity on this. Let's see what it looks like here. Got some rotation in there. Got another severe thunderstorm warning over here. Let's do this one for Cheyenne itself. All right, let's go look at Cheyenne. Right there on the radar, big bullseye. This one is for southwestern Laramie County. Goes till 3:45. Hey, Raven, welcome on board there. Glad to have you on board. And if you're one of our new subscribers, thank you very much. Raven Kiefer in the house. I can't remember who's the new ones in here or not, so please bear with if I forget that. So this one, I'm looking. Yeah, there it is. Travis Allen. Travis Allen, thank you for joining us. You're 7172. Thank you for coming on board and supporting our little channel. I like to say thank you to everyone. I wish my alert thing would work for everybody. That really, I don't know what the deal is with Streamlabs, but I wish they would really do that. All right, let's look here. I'm not seeing a lot in. I mean, I know it indicated a tornado warning visible, but as far as the looking at the velocity in there, I'm not seeing anything in there. Maybe there's some weak rotation in there, but I highly doubt that's on the ground. And as close as that is to the radar, now this one down here to the south, it's got a little red on green. This looks like it's got better circulation than this one to the north. Look, I mean, do you see that? The red and green, you got better circulation there than you're seeing up on this one. So I don't know. I'm not the guy running the radar in the Cheyenne Weather Office, so we'll see if they put another warning out on that one. Would not shock me if they do, at least looking at what I just saw there. But the main battleground is going to be out here. Let me show you. I want to show you. Let me go back over to the model data here. I want to show these helicity tracks here. And this will kind of give you an idea of where the potential tornadoes are going to possibly fire up here. So I want to show you the helicity tracks here, which are kind of an indication of where the spin is in the atmosphere. This is the latest model data here. So as you see these kind of plot out here, you get an idea which way these tornadoes are going to form and in which direction and where they're stronger. So this is not to say these are going to all see tornadoes, but this is in the hot zone. So that's why you got chasers up here and you have chasers down here because they're picking their poison. So you see these are kind of moving from southwest to northwest. This is kind of a little more westerly down here. But that also, tell you what that does show me is that we do have a little bit of what we call diffluence in the atmosphere. When you see it kind of doing something like that, that usually indicates that you've got some additional spin in the atmosphere with the jet energy in those areas. Now, you notice the helicity track is very, very high down here across southern portions of Kansas, just south of the Wichita area. Now, as far as the tornado threat, I want to go to the tornado parameter here. Let me look at that significant tornado parameter. Where's the bullseye here? Let me back this up a little bit here. And this is what we're currently seeing right now. So going toward 5, 6 o'clock. So again, this is what we're looking right now. We're waiting for stuff to fire up in this zone in here. Dodge City up in this zone. So Kansas is definitely the big bullseye, thus the moderate risk they have right now. All right, we got a new warning, so let's go check out the new warning here. I heard the alert tone go off, so let's check it out. Where we got here? This is for that cell that I was just highlighting a minute ago, but they did not light it as a tornado warnings. But here it is in Colorado.
A new severe
Ping pong size hail,
warning
60
has
mile
been
per
issued.
hour winds. This is for northwestern Morgan, goes till 3:45. And the storm is about 12 miles west of Fort Morgan, moving northeast at 20. So we're getting some good stuff on there. So hey, y'all keep posting down there in the chat. Let me know where y'all are watching from. I always like to engage and try to get an idea where people are kind of watching when we're doing our broadcasts. So, and to my surprise, we've actually added 4 new subscribers today. So hey, we'll take it.
New
I'm
information.
not going to complain.
This
That's for
severe,
sure.
considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been updated.
All right, so I want to go back to this cluster of storms here across into northeastern, or northwestern, I should say, Arkansas and southern Missouri, because this is probably their most intense thunderstorm we currently have. Definitely hail. This has got 2-inch hail. Damage threat's considerable. And this is for the areas of Benton, north central Washington, southeastern Delaware, north central Adair goes until 4:15. 70 mile per hour winds in there. Oh, you're in Cherokee, North Carolina. Oh, hey, Raven. Yeah, you guys in North Carolina will be watching again. I know we got some weather for you guys possible tomorrow for you there in Cherokee. Watch out for that. And we'll watch it again Tuesday night and Wednesday. So those are our two zones there. So thank you, Raven. I remember you now, Raven. And of course, is that Ballinalkilly? County Clare. Yeah, I love that county. God, it was gorgeous there in Ireland. Oh, we loved it. We loved it so much. I really need to go back. I'm not sure when we're going to do it, but my wife and I want to go back to Ireland. We just want to do some other trips first before we do it. I probably won't. If we go back to Ireland, I probably wouldn't do as long as we were there. Maybe we'll do a week because we were there for almost 2 weeks. We went there before, but I might do a week. So, but yeah, that was really bad the other night there across Kentucky. Again, our hearts and prayers go out to everybody that was impacted there. It was bad enough that we were tracking the live coverage of the tornadoes there across St. Louis, and then to see the storms going at night. The nighttime ones are always the worst. That's why I always tell everybody if they are in any place that hits any kind of severe weather, they've got a good app, they've got a good alert service, they got a good weather radio, especially for the nighttime ones, because you just can't see them. You just don't know, or your guard will be left down a little bit. Let's go look at these storm chasers here. Starting to get some indications that maybe the cap's starting to go a little bit. Seeing a little bit of activity down here. Again, these aren't severe yet, but what I'm looking for is I'm looking at the sky conditions, and this is going to be very difficult for this part for the chasers because look how hazy and gray the skies are. It's going to make it very difficult to get an idea what the sky. Now he's got a little better view there, a little bit better. We can get an idea what the sky conditions are doing. Again, I'm looking at those clouds up here and kind of get an idea of what the clouds are doing. Are they doing a vertical lift there? Again, we got a little bit of a cap there, so we got to watch and see what's going on with that there. So we'll kind of watch and see how that escalates there. Hey, Travis from Suches, Georgia. Good to see you there in Suches. Again, you guys up in North Georgia tomorrow afternoon, I'm thinking late afternoon, probably after 3, 4, or 5 o'clock, could see some isolated severe. Nothing on the scale like this. Be clear about that. Gusty winds, some hail. That'll be the thing for you guys tomorrow afternoon.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
New warning, didn't hear it. Didn't hear the alert tone because we're still having some alert issues, obviously. Let's see here. I'm not sure. That was that one. That one. It's not in the main areas. I'm not seeing where that was at. May have been this one. Let's see, was this one? 343. Nope, that's an old one too. Nope, these are all old. So set a new warning. I didn't see where it was at, so we'll have to keep a watch eye on that one. So hold on one second. My daughter decided to pack up her stuff over there. So if you hear a little noise, my apologies. She's out there still. My daughter had her roommate that she had decided they were going to be together, so she's moving back home temporarily until she gets a new place. And so her stuff's still out in my foyer a little bit. So life goes on, even on a severe weather day. So let's go back over to, again, the most intense storms here across northern portion of Oklahoma. And of course, here, of course, other portions of Colorado and going into Wyoming. So, ooh, that's a nasty looking cell there. This one's looking a little more problematic. This was the tornado warning we had earlier. Let's look at the velocity on this one, see if it looks a little bit better. It's still hard to see. Yeah, I mean, just not seeing that real good gate to gate. What I am seeing is it looks like a little bit of a hook trying to form there, but I'm not seeing a real good spin in there. And this is out in the middle of nowhere. There's literally nothing out here. So, I mean, if you're going to get a tornado, let it be out in the middle of nowhere, tumbling some tumbleweeds and stuff like that out there. But at least it's staying to the right of Raymer. Not seeing that. So this has got another 24 minutes on that one. And that's probably the best news for today's severe weather coverage. The best news is the fact that a lot of this is going to be over a lot of open air, but tomorrow is going to be a little different. There's a lot of major cities in the crosshairs for tomorrow. Hey, if you guys are new to the channel, help us out with our YouTube algorithm, our beast friend there. You got to give it some likes and some comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, that helps too. So just hit that subscribe button. Believe me, if I didn't have to ask for it, I wouldn't do it. But you got to do it if you want to have any kind of audience, unfortunately. But anyway, let's go back down here. Again, I'm watching this stuff here, and they're starting to pop down here too. See this go down here south of here. See these storms starting to pop. So let's see if Connor's looking that way. Oh yeah, there we go. We got an idea what this storm is doing. So this is starting to change. This is kind of starting to escalate a little bit. The cap's starting to go. We're starting to get the vertical development of the storms. And that one looks like it's firing up pretty quickly. So we'll start seeing some lightning and some rotation on these storms as they get higher in the atmosphere. Again, the stronger the uplift, the larger the hail, and the more likely you're going to get some tornadoes. And the fact that we've got some pretty good helicity in these zones, we're probably going to see that. Let's see what Storm Runner's seeing. He's further behind. Now where he's at, the sky looks a little more capped. See how flat those clouds look? You're looking for the puffy cumulus clouds to really start going up there to kind of see that. So you got to do that. You see a little bit of it there, but not quite there just yet. So they're kind of getting in position with these storms down here. Boy, that's a nasty hail there in Arkansas. Wow. I guarantee you that's probably above a golf ball size hail, that thing. Yeah, look at that thing. Oof, pegging that thing out. Hey, Treasured Home, good to see you.
New information. This tornado warning has been updated.
So this has got 7 more minutes, but that is clearly putting up some big time hail. 2-inch hail on that one, and it sure does look like it on the. When you start seeing that top of purple, and you start seeing that blue, that's usually kind of some extremely large hails. You see that right near Martin and Gelatin, right near Springtown, right up in there. That is probably some very large hail there across extreme northwestern Arkansas. Now I heard they said an update on the tornado warnings. Let's go up here and take a look at this. Hopefully I won't get you all seasick too bad. Let's take a look over here. Still radar indicated here. Nothing substantial. It's only got 1 warning out there right now. What I think is going to end up happening, though, if the models are believed, the high-resolution models believe, once we start popping, we may see multiple tornado warnings coming out at once over an area here across Kansas, especially Kansas. So the area that I'm really watching, all these guys are kind of west, but I really think it's going to be a little bit further to the east into this zone going into tonight where these things will start to fire up a little bit. Like I said, we're just on the cusp of everything starting to go. Let's see what his camera looks like. Is he still looking? Yeah, see, he's still looking great there too. So these guys on the south, the visibility is just absolutely terrible. Not the best. Yeah, we'll watch that one there. I mean, there's Connor's view right there. We'll see. I mean, that's good camera shot. And we'll see how that evolves here for today. I am going to go to Radar Omega this Thursday. I've decided Thursday I'm going to go talk to those guys because them and I need to talk. I've got some business I need to talk with. Not only business, but some issues that I want to talk to them about their app. And I'm hoping, and I think I've mentioned this to you guys before, is every software developer, no matter what weather program they use, they usually have users who beta test, which basically if they have an upgrade to an app or something like that, they beta test to give them feedback, say, hey, this needs to be changed, this needs to be updated, this thing, that. So I'm hoping that I can establish that partnership with Radar Omega to ask them to do certain things, because there are some minor things that I'm hoping to get them to change to improve the overall look of this product for you guys, which means, you know, how the display looks. So we're going to kind of make that hopefully make it look a little better.
Has been issued.
All right, let's see here. Here a new warning, but I didn't see it. I'm not sure what my daughter's doing, but she's making a lot of noise and it's annoying me. So I'm gonna go bang her head in the wall here in a second. All right. All right, let's see here. There's warnings. It's not in my zone. I keep hearing them saying updated warning, and there's no warning being posted. So I hope this doesn't mean we're having problems with Radar Omega again. Let me go. I have a backup, so I always have this as a backup here. So let me double check here. This is my warning Zoom program. So hold on one second here. That was the last one. No, actually, they're correct. There. No, there's 5:15. Yeah, we're not getting. Yeah, there's some new warnings here near the Wichita Falls
area. A new
area.
radar indicated tornado warning has been issued.
All right, so here I got to do a reset. So stand by with me real quick. I'm going to go ahead and do a reset of Radar Omega. Stand by for a second while I sit you over here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
and this has been, and I use Radar Mega a lot. For those who've been watching this product for a long time, knows that I've been using that product for a long time. And this last month, I'm not exactly sure what the deal has been going on with their stuff, but it's doing it again today. So we're gonna flash through this pretty good. So they have not been but their warning system and their alert system has been problematic. So but I do have backups to go to, so we'll use the backups as best I can. So let me switch over to, there's Connor there. So I'm probably going to go switch over here to WeatherWise, and I'm going to keep looking over here. So let me go over to their radar over here. Always have a backup. That's always a good clean of thought here. And let me go over here to, make sure I got reflectivity on there. Although, you know what? Even that, wow, actually, okay, maybe it isn't them. Maybe it's a weather service thing, huh? Because their stuff's not displaying the warnings either, and they usually do.
A new considerable destructive thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Here, okay, it's just playing catch up. Okay, there it is. So here we go with a new warning here. This is the stuff up here we just saw here, and yeah, okay, that one just expired. So, all right, so we'll just kind of keep a watchful. I'll keep going back and forth between the two services so I can kind of see what's going on. So I'll keep going back and forth. Good rule of thumb, always make sure you check both avenues. I definitely don't want to have this problem on Tuesday, Wednesday, that's for sure. I mean, that's when I need it the most. So you see right there, I got Connor Crofts up here. He's watching this cell over here. This is the cell he's watching. So this one just popped up in the last 30 minutes or so. You can see how it just kind of came up really very, very quickly here. So not quite severe yet, but we're starting to get indication. And even just eyeballing the image above there, I can see we got a little bit of rotation going on there, just a little bit. And but I'm not seeing any lightning in there just yet. So once that lightning starts to go and it gets the vertical lift gets high enough, that one could go severe. Although I think it'll be by him by the time it gets into severe criteria. And then of course we're watching this stuff here across. We're almost at the time. It's 5:15 Eastern. The high resolution models.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been
This is over in North Carolina, so we got some stuff over here in the Carolinas. That's what's lighting up. Let's see here. No, that's not. Oh, that's Montgomery County. Not seeing that. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to do a reset here. I'm going to do a quick reset here. Yes, I wanted you to advance. Excuse me about that. I'm doing a reset here. Just resetting my stuff. I want to make sure it's good to go there. Make it sync up there. Here we go. All right. I think we had a little bit of up there. All right. Now we're good. All right. There we go. Oh, let me close some of this other junk off too. I always got to remember, dude, you can't leave all this stuff open while you're doing severe weather coverage like this. Now, this thing's going to get caught up for a second. Just give it a second to get caught up. So if I keep too much of my crap open, it's going to slow the computer down, obviously. And when you're using multiple systems like this, you're gonna mess it up. So just bear with me 1 second. There's one thing I do have to reset here. Let me go back here. Let me go to
a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Cheyenne in Oklahoma. That one's just okay. That's an old one, so it's playing catch up right now. So it is Kansas McPherson. So I'm going to reset this one real quick. I'm going to reset this one too. It can't hurt to just do a reset. So it's just my
new information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
There's one way I can check this. I always have more than one way to skin a cat here. Hold on a second. I think that's just, I just did a reset of my alert system, so I think it's just stuff that's stuck in the buffer. So I think that's what's going on there. Let me go over to my other, I want to go to my weather tap. Hold on. Always got to have multiple ones, man. Allow. And we got one there in central. Oh, so we got another warning down here. We got a cell down here. We got this one down here. This one's gone. This one's gone severe, right near Albany.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So this one's gone severe, and we got one in Oklahoma. We got one in Texas. Yep. So yeah, Radar Omega's having some problems.
New information. This severe, considerable, destructive thunderstorm.
And I just got to wait them out, unfortunately. I don't think there's much I can do about it. So let me go over to what I can do is I can do this. I can do this. Let's do this real quick here. So I'm going to turn on my warnings over here, so stand by for a second. I'm going to turn on the warnings so I've got them. Yeah, they're there. Okay, so I can go in here and take a look here. So I can zoom on in here and we can take a look. So we got the one warning down here in Texas. That's this one right here. This one goes until 4:45 on that one. And that's just to the north of the Abilene area. So it looks like near Acampa, just north of Abilene. It's 92 degrees here in Abilene, pretty hot. You definitely got some good heat to feed these thunderstorms off, that's for sure. And then we go here to the north. We got this other warning here. This one's up into going into the Texas Panhandle. Got one right there. We got another one up here into Kansas as well. Now, what's interesting, like I said, for Radar Omega to have these problems, if I'm having them, I don't think it's just my thing. I think it's I've done a reset, and it did this the other day. So it means some of these storm chasers, which I know they use their product out there, they're going to be having the same issues. So I'm going to do a reset here on that one again. Get this reset here. And I'm trying to push out the stuff here. Let's take a look at this. It is on there. Everything's there. Yeah, the radar, at least the radar data is good. I'm not having any problems there. That's not a problem. Let me go back. I want to check and see what Connor's storm up here is looking like. Let's go back into this one. So that's the cell you see right there above me. That's this one. Not severe on this one yet, but starting to get a little purple in there a little bit. So it's getting a little stronger. He's on the move now. I should be right on top of him pretty soon. It's starting to get a little lightning in there now. See the lightning strikes in there? Got a few lightning strikes. So that one's starting to pick up a little bit. Starting to get a little action there. Well, look on Texas. Get on down the line. Let's see here. Where is my warning right here? Let's see here. Let's turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on. I'm just double checking my settings, making sure it's not me. It's definitely not me. I tell you, not happy about that. That storm's getting a little bit bigger. Man. Well, guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to shut down. Radar Omega is my primary tool for severe weather coverage, and I can't do it if it's not working. I will I will shut down. I'll come back up when I think if it comes back up, but I can't do anything without the stuff. And this is becoming a big problem, and I'm not liking it. So I might need to consider going over to a different service, because this is becoming a problem. So I will come back here a little bit later. I'm gonna have to see if I can switch over to Weather Tap. I have another service, but I'm gonna have to build out and swap out Radar Omega here. So be back on. Well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I just stay on. I could do it from here. I mean, if y'all don't mind me working while we're doing this, I mean, I'll make another graphic here. I'll keep this one up, and then I'll put it here on this one. I'll keep Radar Omega on this one. So I'm going to add another service. I'm going to stay. I'm going to go ahead and stay. I'm just going to, I don't know. This is very frustrating for me. You work so hard to get a good product going, and then your main tool is not working. It's not giving you the warnings and stuff, and I can't display it graphically. So I will, oops, not that. Whoops, take that down. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add I'm going to use the other. Weather Tap's been hounding me to test this stuff for them anyway, so what the heck. I'm better now than ever. So I'll see about, I've never used their product for severe weather stuff before. So they've just made a big upgrade on this. It's supposed to be good. There were some things I liked about it, but I really haven't got into the nuts and bolts of the operations of it. So you guys can come along with me a little bit, and we'll give it a little test drive here. So it's called the next Slack here. So I think it's right here. Hold on a second. I go to my interactive here. So again, let me do this. I'm gonna put this in studio mode real quick. There we go. And I'm gonna book this one over here. There we go. So I can play with this while you guys are watching that. Let me get that looping at least for you real quick. Get the thing looping real quick. And I'm gonna watch this here. Let's watch these stells down here. Well, I'll put it right here for right now. So I'll play around with this. I'm gonna go over here and so here's their new product. We're gonna give it a little shot down here. Radar Lab. All right, Radar Lab, you're gonna get your shot, because I am not happy with what I've been seeing with the site selection. There we go. But I do need to see the warnings and stuff here. Let's see here. So that's the severe outlook. Don't need that. I'm looking for local storm reports. And, all right. So, all right, there we go. I did get it up. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, now let me frame this puppy. I do have it up. I just got to get it framed, so bear with me, guys, while I frame this. And like I said, radar. It's kind of boxy though. I don't like that. But that's the only way I have to do it there, because without it, I can't do anything else I got. So I need to keep it out.
A new severe thunderstorm
So,
warning has been issued.
I will learn. I'll make this fit. I'll make it work the right way. So like I said, bear with me for a second while I'm getting this ready. Oh man, Radar Omega, you guys got some serious problems, and this is the wrong time of year for them to be doing that. I mean, their customers are not happy. I'm definitely not happy, and maybe that's why the Godfather left them. Maybe they got tired of them having mistakes and errors and stuff. Yeah. Let's see here. Looking at places, counties, county maps. There we go. Interstates. We have the interstates on. Combined map. So, not my cup of tea. Yeah, this is nice, but I don't know. It doesn't show up very well on the graphic. Not for me to kind of go through on this. All right, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I thought maybe I could. Let me go back over to Radar Omega again, see if they got their little problem fixed maybe. And they clearly don't. Okay. All right. Sorry guys, we'll try this again tomorrow night. I don't know what the deal is. I don't have my main radar, and me fooling with that other system that I don't really know, and the settings are all jacked up. That's just going to take too long. So we'll try again tomorrow night, and I apologize. Out of my control. Not my